when I was starting out, was a controller. I mean, you're signing checks. You could
Yeah.
still, then you release checks. They get, you're paying your bills all more manually off of invoices. You're mailing checks out in the mail. And like it's there's a lot that's kind of come from, some automation around that, but it's still a payment run. It's still a batch mode.
Right.
And at the end of the day, there's still a payment file that has to get integrated with the bank, and the bank to do there. There's a heavy implementation there in processing this batch file.
Right.
And all of that now is just ripe for disruption. At the end of the day, when you now look at the banks having APIs, and everything is processed as an individual payment. So you can it used to be you're passing files because you couldn't send a million transactions and that kind of volume because it's an IT problem then, right?
Right.
Congestion, sending all that through the internet, it just would be an issue. So you send it in a file. It's more efficient to pass a file. You have, SFTP, pass a file, take the file, unpack it, process it. So now though, when you look at the speed and the automation that you could do, the problem with passing and processing a file is now you have a lot of reconciliation issues because, if a payment falls out of the batch, it might hold up the entire batch, and then there's a fire drill for this is happening today. Like there's big companies will process, let's say it's going to be 1,000 payments or 10,000 payments, and the files will get held up because there's something wrong with down the line that happened on that individual payment. So when you look at now, process everything out at fast speeds, but it can be done all programmatically and then individually. Now you don't have to worry about reconciliation. You've minimized the risk for processing. And now if one payment falls out, like now it's not going to hold up the batch. So